Hey there, I get it standing in the backyard, scrolling through endless grill options, and wondering if you're about to throw good money down on a piece of metal that will sit half-used or become the star of every weekend cookout. I was in that exact spot last month, trying to decide whether to upgrade from my old 2-burner propane unit to something that could handle a pizza stone, a rotisserie, and still fit in the tight space beside my patio table. If you're feeling the same hesitation, stick around. I'm going to walk through the Monument Grill's 6+ 1-burner smart propane gas grill, Denali 605 Pro, and let you know if it's worth the jump. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Denali 605 Pro is marketed as a flagship model, and that's not just a buzzword. It's built from stainless steel, which means you won't be watching rust spread across the body after a rainy season. The real test for any grill, though, is how it performs once you fire it up. With 6 main burners plus an infrared sear burner and a side burner, you get a total cooking surface of about 900 square inches, split into a primary 640 square inch zone and a secondary area. In practice, that layout lets you set up a 2-zone cooking plan, one side for low and slow ribs, the other for a quick sear on a steak without having to shuffle pans around. What really sets this grill apart is the built-in ceramic infrared sear burner. I've used a few infrared units before, and the main benefit is the instant, intense heat that can lock in juices on a steak in seconds. On the Denali, the burner sits right next to the regular burners, so you can start a steak on the infrared side for a perfect crust, then slide it over to the regular burners to finish cooking without overcooking the interior. For anyone who loves that restaurant-style char but doesn't want to guess the timing, that's a practical advantage. Now, let's talk about the smart side. Monument equipped this grill with a Bluetooth app that gives you real-time temperature readings and alerts. I'm not a tech-obsessed guy, but having a phone notification when the grill hits 350°F saved me from constantly hovering over the lid. The app also lets you set a target temperature, and it pings you when you're there. For beginners, that's a safety net that reduces the risk of overcooking or undercooking, and for seasoned grillers, it's a convenience that frees you to tend to the side dishes. The accessories are worth mentioning, too. The package includes a rotisserie kit, a Cordierite pizza stone, and a heavy-made porcelain-enameled cast-iron grill grit. The rotisserie turns fairly smoothly once you lock in a whole chicken or a pork roast, and the pizza stone heats evenly enough to get a crisp crust without a hot spot in the middle. If you've ever tried to bake pizza on a standard grill and ended up with a soggy base, the stone here feels like a genuine upgrade. The porcelain-enameled cast-iron grit also adds a subtle flavor boost and is easier to clean than a plain steel grate because the enamel resists sticking. So, who should consider the Denali 605 Pro? If you're a regular host, think weekend barbecues, family gatherings, or a small home-based catering hustle, you'll appreciate the extra burners and the flexibility to run multiple dishes at once. The 6+1 burner configuration means you can have a low heat zone for smoking, a high heat zone for searing, a side burner for sauces, and still have room for a pizza stone without crowding. The Smart app is also a nice perk for anyone who likes to multitask. You can set the grill to a target temperature, walk the dog, and get a buzz when it's ready. Conversely, if you're looking for a simple, portable grill that you'll take to a campsite or a tailgate, this might be overkill. The unit is designed for a permanent backyard spot. Its weight and stainless steel construction make it a bit of a commitment to move. Also, it only runs on liquid propane, so if your setup already uses natural gas or you're hoping to hook it up to a house line, you'll need to stick with propane tanks, which can add the recurring cost of refilling or swapping tanks. That's a hidden trade-off that trips up a few new buyers who assume any gas grill is universally compatible. A practical weakness that shows up after a few weeks of use is the side burner's flame control. It's a little less responsive than the main burners, so when you try to simmer a delicate sauce, the flame can bounce a bit. It's not a deal breaker, but it does mean you'll need to keep an eye on it if you're cooking something that requires precise low heat. Another thing to note is the learning curve with the infrared burner. It heats up so fast that you have to be intentional about when you place food on it. Otherwise, you can end up with a burnt exterior before the interior reaches the